Well, welcome back to KSNT News. The pandemic has devastated families, it's crushed small businesses, and it's drastically altered our educational systems. Topeka Public School Superintendent Tiffany Anderson joins us to talk about what's happening in the largest district in our region. And Tiffany, good morning to you, and thanks for making time for us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay, a decision was made over winter break or just before to resume in-person classes because of the district scorecard for COVID that had apparently improved, but you had no idea where people had been over break or where teachers or students had really encountered other people over that 2-week period. So who or what group had that final say to get back in the room?
You know, really in November and December, we told our parents we would come back January 4th. So we were pretty certain we were going to at least try to open when we had our lowest COVID positive scorecard. Our board prefers for us to really, several members prefer to stay closed and in remote when we're red. But at the beginning of January, if we're going to be red for 2 months, that's really the only time if we have any window to open. So we pretty much knew January 4th, and we reminded parents the Wednesday before we opened, January 4th, and at that time we had very little COVID positive rates in our district and across the district. So we were excited to open and had a good start.
Okay, so you went one weekend, but then suddenly a decision to go back to virtual learning the very next week. What happened?
Well, you know, we had our school board meeting and we knew that when we opened, we were going to try and go through those first 2 weeks through the holiday. And if things improved and the forecast changed, we would stay open. And if it didn't, then right around that holiday time, we might have to make a decision. And our parents, they need at least a week's notice. So we knew this week to let them know that when we get to the holiday, just like we did for Thanksgiving and we did for Christmas, to break at that point and wait till we have 2 consecutive weeks of an orange or until right after spring break. Right now, we're really focusing on getting our staff vaccinated. So the first group got vaccinated yesterday, our nurses. So by March, we are hoping everyone's vaccinated, and it's just the safest piece for a district with almost 3,000 employees to return. As that spread continues to rise, it's impacting staff throughout. So we're going to take this step just to be as safe as possible before we return. So when we open, we stay open till the end of the year.
All right, so the district scorecard was used in the beginning, then it went to the Shawnee County scorecard. So going forward, which one are you going to use and who makes all the final decisions? Is that the board?
You know what, first of all, I really hold the responsibility of making those decisions, and I'll tell you, our scorecard is always used, so do know that. So our internal scorecard in Shawnee County, those are 2 key pieces. KSDE also has a card that they use as well, but really those 2 are really primary. So we look at the county spread, but sometimes the county spread doesn't impact our staffing. So really we had a choice to just stay closed in January, but we'd rather serve as many needs, replenish supplies, get out new technology, and fortunately we've been able to do that these 2 weeks. We're going to continue to monitor our scorecard too, and if the county has a spread and our staff isn't impacted, then we're certainly going to continue to look at that. But those 2 weeks of orange at this point, so when we open, we stay open the rest of the year, will be important to close out the year strong.
All right, that's Dr. Tiffany Anderson with TPS 501. We didn't touch on rapid testing kits. We didn't touch on many other things, but you can certainly get more because Tiffany Anderson will join Aaron LaRoe on Fox 43 AM Live talking about a wide variety of things, including Martin Luther King Jr. Living Legacy Award. Tiffany Anderson will receive that and also details about Living the Dream food drive. Again, that's at 7 o'clock with Aaron LaRoe.